tell me what you love about the turn so much.
Yeah, I love drawing arcs in the snow. It's just the G-force that you experience. I heard a quote once that said, "The turn is the first thing you learn and the last thing you master." And I think there's so much truth to it. Like, I've been snowboarding for 30 years now, and I feel like, you know, yesterday I was like, oh yeah, now I got this toe turn. It's like, it's ridiculous. It never ends. And you can set yourself challenges that never end as well, because if you feel like, well, oh yeah, I can carve, then, you know, you start looking at your track and you're like, ah, I didn't really carve there, did I? And then you try to get rid of the sliding element of every turn. And then when you've done that, you're like, oh yeah, now I'm good. And then you just choose a steeper pitch and you start over. And then you're like, oh, now I'm good. And then you choose a narrower pitch and then you start over. And then you choose a steep, narrow pitch. Like, it never ends. As much as it looks like, oh, well, you're just riding. Like, you know, snowboarding is so much about tricks and getting rowdy or gnarly in the backcountry or whatever. First of all, like, the people that are really good in the backcountry in regards to turning, a lot of them used to race. When you look at people like, whatever, Jeremy Jones, Xavier Delarue, Mark Fawcett, like, those are all people that have a really, really deep background in turning. And you can tell. Like, those go down you know, a big pow face that looks different. There's more control going on. So the turn on a snowboard is something that has been forgotten for probably 20 years. Somewhere between the early, well, not quite, somewhere between the early 2000s and then about, I'd say about 2018 is when things got a little more turn focused again, at least with some brands in the industry and their riders. And it's easy to understand, because it's like, oh, you're just turning down a mountain. But it's in the simplicity of it lies so much discipline and kind of like there's a bit of a striving for perfection in it as well, because like a turn only feels really, really good when it's done really, really well. Like, if you're just sliding and chattering all over the map, well, you made a turn, but that didn't feel that good. But when everything lines up and you're really sitting in that trench or in a pow turn, you really feel the resistance and the spray behind you or whatever it is, like, it's just clean, and the flow in it, that I think is what really always gets me back to just turning.